All right, Jeff. Are you ready?
Yep. So let me grab a drink.
You should just grab a drink. Hello everyone, welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
board games.
And
Grail games.
Exactly. You know us, we're never done with the games. We're never done acquiring the games, and yet there are some games that don't let us get them. And that's all we want to do.
Yep.
We just want to get the games.
True.
So we've got another Grail games video.
We want to get the games within reason.
Within reason?
I mean, if we had infinite money, we could get whatever we wanted. But
I wish I had infinite money. I would get whatever I wanted. So we got another Grail games list. It's been a while since we've done one of these. So for our list, these are games that we just can't find. We haven't looked super hard.
Or at all.
These are just games we want, basically.
That's basically. That's a better title.
Yeah, these are, and you know what? Every game is my Grail
Some of these are probably harder to find than others.
For sure. Some of these games also, I don't know a ton about them. I just want them. For reasons that I will maybe explain. We'll see.
And sometimes, like, I know people will probably be like, hey, you could buy this at this obscure board game store in Idaho, and I'm like, cool. The shipping on that is $500.
Exactly. We buy from Board Game Bliss, we buy from the Board Game Cafe, and we buy from Lancelot Games.
Yeah.
Unless we are traveling, in which case we buy from the local game stores there.
Yeah. Sometimes we do order stuff internationally. That's happened.
Yeah, Jeff just bought Servisaurus Max for $70 million.
And then Board Game Bliss had it, like, 3 weeks later.
But it was the same price. It was still $42.
Minus the shipping.
You paid $40 plus shipping?
I don't know. I can't remember.
That's crazy.
I just did it.
That's crazy.
We have friends. Like, Hannah's gotten us a couple German games. Like,
it's true.
You know, Haley and Daniel have gotten us some games from Japan. Tim is always super helpful to help us find games from everywhere.
That's true. So basically, this is a list of our Grail games, aka games we want. Jeff, you want to start?
My first game is a game I've somewhat gushed about recently, and that is Vegas Showdown. And I know everyone's going to be like, they're making Vegas Showdown again.
Jeff, they're making a new one.
Yeah, great. I want the OG one, because that's how I roll.
You want the ugly one?
Yes. Well, I mean, like, yeah, it looks awesome. I mean, it looks awesome in how bad it looks, but yeah.
That's fair.
I don't know. I have this weird thing about the OG stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why.
Original.
Not always, but sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Anyway, Vegas Showdown is a tile placement casino building game that is criminal.
It's criminal?
How ugly it looks.
It's criminal how ugly it is.
But
woof.
Don't let the looks deceive you. It's a
Buzz your
phenomenal
girlfriend.
game. And I'd like to find a copy of the OG. Vegas Showdown. Peeps.
My first one is a Friedman Freeze game. And that Friedman Freeze game is called Fresh Fish. Basically,
I don't know anything about that one.
We almost played it at BGG Spring. And basically this is, I think it's like an auction negotiation game, which isn't typically my
I remember reading
favorite,
this.
But there's like different, you're at like a fish market and there's different stalls and you're trading and doing all this stuff. Essentially, I just want every single Friedman Freeze game ever created.
Yeah.
So this is the next one I have my eyes set on, okay? Fresh Fish. Fresh Fish.
Do you know what I didn't include and I could have?
What?
That Plum Island Horror game.
Plum Island Horror.
Plum Island Horror, GMT games. After finding Leaping Lemmings, I didn't know Plum Island Horror even existed. But now if I can find like the weird GMT games, yes please.
Yes please.
Next one up on my list I've mentioned before numerous times. I'm probably never going to find a copy of this and it's fine.
That's fine.
And that is Bus. But I want the Splotter version. The OG version of Bus. I'm getting to the point where I'd probably be okay with the Capstone version. But would I?
I think it looks better. Oh wait, the Capstone version. We're thinking of a different game.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. But anyway, I very much want to play Bus. I think I would very much enjoy Bus. We don't own any Splotter games, and I don't really care to specifically, but I do want to own Bus. It's one that I've been interested in ever since we got into the hobby. I don't know why. I don't really know why. I just saw it.
It's supposed to be good.
Yeah, I've heard the gameplay is good, and I just think it would be a cool little collection piece.
Yeah. The next few on my list, you will notice a theme. And that theme is caffeine. Do you like that? Yes.
Yep.
The first one is going to be Blend Coffee Lab, which is a Sashi and Sashi game.
Yeah.
There's another theme. I'm sure I think I have another Sashi. Oh, the other Sashi and Sashi game on the list is Let's Make a Bus Route, which was on my previous list. But the caffeine games, Blend Coffee Lab is a Sashi.
It's really not that difficult.
Sashi and Sashi?
Yeah.
Anyways, research roast to blend a unique and balanced cup of coffee. I'm into the coffee theme right now, so let's give her. So that's one. Hold on, I have to look up the next one. The next game is called Cafe Melange. What a melange. Cafe Melange. And this is another game based on coffee, and here's the little one-liner. Seat famous intellectuals, artists, and politicians in a 1910 Vienna cafe. Doesn't that sound interesting?
It sounds up your
alley.
alley.
And I really like the artwork. It's a bunch of people sitting in a coffee cup, and I think that's cool. The next one...
Why am I even here?
Well, I'm doing my coffee games, Jeff. I'm just clumping them together.
This isn't one game, though.
I consider it to be. The next one is Seize the Bean. Customize your coffee bar to attract customers and serve them quality hot drinks. These are 3 coffee games that I am on the hunt for, and I don't know where to
Why
find
coffee
them.
games?
I just love coffee, and I just got coffee roast.
That freaking squirrel.
I know, there's always squirrels running by here now. It's crazy. They're everywhere. But I just got coffee roasters. We just got...
Have you played coffee roasters
Not
yet?
yet. We just got that other one, Coffee Rush. And so now I'm like, should I just collect coffee games?
Imagine it's distilled, but it was coffee.
Paverson Games, are you listening? You've done alcohol. You've done music.
Yeah.
Do coffee.
Yeah. Like a barista game?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'd buy that. Anyways, those are my coffee games.
Dave, hit me up, man.
Dave, come on.
Let's talk.
Come on.
Next up for me is a football game called Techno Bowl. Not Tecmo Bowl.
That's a video
Techno
game.
Bowl. But you lovely folk out there, if you haven't played or know about Super Tecmo Bowl for the NES, is one of the greatest sports games ever created.
Hey,
Yes. Ever created for any console. Techno Bowl kind of takes all that NFL Blitz, all of those NFL old school video games and put them in a board game, and I very much want to play that. We do have Blood Bowl Team Manager, we have Blitz Bowl, but I very much want to try Techno Bowl.
So my next game is kind of following that one a little bit, Jeff.
I don't understand how. Is that a football game?
Yeah. This is a little game called Zoo Ball.
What?
It's like bunnies playing football.
What the heck?
I know, isn't it crazy? Look, there's a bunny, a lion, a polar bear, and a fox.
Oh my!
The king of sports. It's
Osprey.
Osprey.
Oh, wow.
It's old, though.
That looks sweet. Oh. Is it a flicking game?
I didn't.
It's a flicking game!
I didn't know, Jeff. I didn't know. I want it even more
Oh my
now.
god, I gotta tell Ben. I told Ben.
Let me just read this to everybody. Push all 3 defenders to clear a path, or just push your scorer to go for the goal. Play head-to-head or in a 4-team free-for-all. Customize your teams as much as you like. That's it. You're ready for the zoo ball. That's it. It's a big cloth
That's amazing.
mat. Anyways, I saw it and I was just like...
No, Jamie, that's a great find.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, we need to have it.
Zoo Ball is now on my list as well.
It's also on Jeff's list, yeah.
All right, next up for me is a game I've had the opportunity to buy multiple times, and I didn't, and now I can't find it.
Yeah,
and I've now learned my lesson. It is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Changes Constant. I have the other game in that series. I can't remember what it's called. Shadows of something. But now I can't find Changes Constant, which was always the game I wanted in the first place, but I ended up buying the other one and not Changes Constant because it was always on Board Game Bliss, and now it's not. And there was also a copy locally that is now gone, and it's a bummer. I'm sure I could find it if I looked hard enough, but yeah, very much want now Ninja Turtles Changes Constant.
My next one is called Teas, Scones, and Arsenic.
If I'm ever dead someday.
Why?
It's Jamie's poisoned me.
No, I haven't.
Jamie's obsession with poison.
I would never. Anyways, poison your opponents and be the last surviving heir to win, which is giving me like, what's that Knives movie? Like it's almost like Clue-esque. Knives Out kind of vibes. And like, anyways, it's a party game where you are just trying to like be the last one to survive, essentially. Almost kind of like in Vino Morte.
1 to 6.
But
yeah, in Vino Morte, yeah. But an actual board game.
Yeah, but an actual board game. And I really, really like
1.3.
Like, look at the artwork. Doesn't it look cool? And
cool.
I'd never heard of it before. I just
weird.
Yeah, like...
You actually got cookies on your...
It's like a tin, Jeff. It's like one of those tin of cookies.
It is like one of those tin. That is... Oh, it's in Vino Morte, just cookies and poison.
Perfect. I'm into it.
The board game is called Tea, Scones, and Arsenic, and that is literally what the board game is.
Yes. Tea, Scones, and Arsenic.
Tea, Scones, and Arsenic in it.
Yeah. Be the last one to survive. Bada bing.
Next one up for me, I've mentioned before that I very much am interested in the French-Indian War in particular because it impacted our region of the world. And so I have Wilderness War. I have Bayonets and Tomahawks, which are both French-Indian War games. And I very much want to get my hands on a copy of A Few Acres of Snow, which is a 2-player Martin Wallace game based in the French-Indian War as well. I don't know a ton about this game other than that that's the theme, and that is Martin Wallace from forever ago. I don't know if I'll ever find a copy of this bad boy, but very much pretty high on the list of games I want to.
Okay, my next one is called Noxford. Another one that I was drawn to by the cover and the art. So basically it says you're battling for influence in a dark steampunk city in this spatial card game. So it is a straight up card game. You're doing some like city building and stuff like that, which we love. And the theme is cool. And I love a card game. And I like the artwork. And I want it. Doesn't that look cool, Jeff?
You're
I just
like
building
steampunk theme.
Yeah, and you're building, it's just cards. So like, almost like Button Shy-esque, where you're like building something out with only the cards that you have. So
yeah, looks
I'm
cool.
into it.
Next one up for me is Max actually has a copy of this game that he's trying to sell me.
He's trying to give it to you.
Max, I love you, but you're asking too much for it. Sorry, I can't pay that amount of money. And that is Forbidden Stars. Forbidden Stars is a war game, I think.
Space
opera game, I guess. I'm just very interested in playing it. I know it's kind of like the StarCraft, non-StarCraft version of the game, so I very much want to play it. I don't know if I'll ever be at a position to buy it off Max. Max, you're probably watching this.
Not for that price, Max.
I'm still hoping I can find a cheaper copy locally. Also, just getting that back to Canada would be a nightmare because it's a massive box.
Yep.
But yeah, Forbidden Stars and or StarCraft, I would take either version of that game just to give it a try.
The next one on my list is another Friedman Freeze game, and it's called 504. And this is essentially like a game that has a bunch of different mechanics that you then use to do a bunch of different
504 unique games? I don't believe that.
Friedman Freeze is a genius. That's all I know. So yeah, it says assemble 9 game mechanisms and different ways to play up to 504 unique games.
That's bonkers.
So the top 2 Friedman Freeze games that I'm looking for Fresh fish, 504, because if I get 504, then I have 504 free freeze games.
Yeah, technically, I guess that's true.
That sounds like a win to me.
Last one up for me, I don't know if I actually want to own, but I kind of do want to own.
Mm-hmm.
It's Kingdom Death Monster. I probably don't want to own it.
I mean, I would like to have it.
Yeah, I don't know. It scares me.
Why?
I don't know.
It's like a big campaign.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I think so. I think Max has a copy of this.
He did. He might have.
Did he sell it? Oh.
Probably.
Yeah, I've had this weird obsession with Kingdom Death Monster ever since I got into the hobby. I think I dropped back to when I was obsessed with those like miniature like campaign.
Yes. Yeah, Cthulhu Death May Die
games. Era. I still think I would like a copy of Kingdom Death Monster, but I don't think I would ever want to spend the money that's going to require me to get a copy of Kingdom Death Monster. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of where expensive. I'm at with it.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things too. I feel like if I ever saw it, I've never even seen it.
Right.
If I saw it in person, I'd be like, oh my god, I want that. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, my last one. I don't know if I should have this on the list because I don't actually know if it's hard to find. I just really want it. Carnegie.
We have that.
No.
Oh, it's not hard to find. You can buy that tomorrow. You can buy that right now if you wanted to.
Okay, I'll pick something different because I had another one. Capybara and Capybara. Why did I pronounce them differently? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Okay, Jeff, just listen to this. So Capybara and Capybara, I believe it's a Korean game. Mm-hmm. And it's a card game where you play as a baby monkey and you try to organize a line of capybaras.
What? Is that a thing monkeys do?
That would be crazy if they did.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like a little card game that looks adorable.
You are literally a monkey.
You're a monkey, and you're just trying to organize a row of capybaras.
That's so bizarre. How did you even find that?
Well, here's the thing. Like, one thing that I would like to get more into now, besides coffee games and stuff, is like all of the Japanese and like Korean import games because that's a really fun adventure. They're so cool.
That's going to be great for the wallet.
Maybe we'll add some German imports in there because they got a lot of cool stuff too. I just think like why aren't these games being brought over here?
It's a good question.
Come on now, people. We want
maybe
these things.
Maybe there's not a market.
I'm the market. I'll buy all of them. Don't worry about it. Anyways, those are some games that we have currently sitting on our wish list, our Grail games list, etc. Apparently, you could just buy Carnegie, so maybe I'll just have to do that. It's just, I love it. It's got Ian O'Toole art.
You can 100% buy Carnegie.
And I don't know what...
Didn't they just redo it, like, recently? I'm, like, positive.
Beats me.
Positive. Maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong.
There's a lot of other games.
Why don't you just look it up?
Board Game Bliss? Why are you...
I just want to see. Yeah, like it just came out.
One in stock. It's almost gone.
There you go. You can buy it right now. Jamie can buy it right now.
It's so pretty. There you have it. We'd love to know in the comments below what's a game that you're out there looking for? What's a game on your wish list that you're having a hard time finding? Probably if we find it interesting, we'll put it on our wish list. That's how it works. Anyways, that is everything that we have for you today. If you're interested in buying board games like any of the many that we mentioned today, you might not be able to find them, but maybe you can. I don't know. You should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store, and for us, that is
Boardroom Game Cafe. And
if you like what you see,
please subscribe.
We hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
There it is. I gotta tell Ben. Sorry.
Okay, Jeff's gotta tell Ben.
Sorry. All right, Juno. That time's the one. You did it.